know I've been a bad girl, but I need to tell you something. Because trust that man is going to baby me, even when I'm being a little kid. It's just sweet. It's just spice. It's just spicy. And me, that's what I want though. I'm not settling for less. What's up everyone, it's Josie here. If you're new here, you're welcome. And if you're returning, I'm so excited to have you here. Everything you heard me say is about God, because I've just been thinking God is literally perfection. He's everything. He's will I say a boss, he is a fighter, he's also a daddy, because trust that man is going to baby me, even when I'm being a little kid or I'm being super annoying. He is someone that just has a good heart and always wants the best for me. He's so hardworking. He provides even more than my head can wrap around it. I'm just going to quickly list out some of the attributes that I find super important, especially when you're going for a partner. And if God can give me these things, rest assured that I am not settling for anything less. Number one is the unwavering love of God. It's the way that his love is not selfish, because how you know someone is really filled with love is if the person can give their partner love and also spread it to those around them. So yes, I'm like, he's not being selfish with this love. And the way he does the whole love thing, I never ever feel jealous of other people that he chooses to show love to. He loves me so much, because he does everything that is intended for my good. He never does anything that makes me, will I say, cry and upset. And even when I cry and upset, that's just me being a baby, because I might not fully understand at the beginning what he's really driving at when it comes to me. And then when it happens, I'm like, oh, that's why all those things happen, and my tears was just unnecessary. It's personal when it gets to the both of us. He gives me the love the way I want it and the way I deserve it and the way that is intended for me. And for other people, it's like he respects boundaries. It's like, okay, I can't love this person the way I love Chidiogo, because Chidiogo is unique. And yes, my name is Chidiogo, by the way, because Dozie is unique. I'm going to love Dozie the way she deserves to be loved, or the way she requires to be loved. And yes, I'm going to love every other person the way they desire to be loved. Isn't it crazy? For me, it's scary if someone can love you and they can't show love to other people. It's almost like obsession. Why is it only me you love? With God, it's never so, will I say, oppressive or obsessive. It's just the right amount. Like, it's not too much, but when it's there, it's so overwhelming and indescribable, and you're like, you have nothing to complain about, because it's perfect. So like, if you get, you get. In a partner, you want someone that is intentional, and that's one thing that God ever is. When he designs you and he put a particular attribute in you, you might be like, why am I like this? But when you start to do like some inner deeper reflections, you realize that there's a reason why everybody has every single thing that has been placed in them. Now, directing it to a partner, you want a partner that when they do something, in the long run, you see that it's for your good. You see that they had you in mind when they were doing things. You don't want somebody that just wakes up one morning and does things, and whether it benefits you or not, or whether you're comfortable with it or not, they don't care. They're just selfish in thinking, and they're like, I want what to make me happy. You want somebody that, yes, even though they want what to make them happy, they also want what to make you happy as well. If your partner is doing something, even though you don't understand it at the beginning, let it be that at the end is something that you can wholeheartedly say that, yes, this person intended this thing to just work out for my good. Like, this person loves me so much that even when I don't know that what they are doing is to favor me. He ended up favoring me, and I'm like, damn, thank you so much. The next quality that I'm going to go into is someone that lets you have your freedom and be opinionated. God is somebody that even if you oppose, you'll be like, all right, like you're free to make your choice. You always have freedom of choice with him. You always have freedom of self-expression, to be opinionated. He's someone that you can always come to and cry and shout and talk and express yourself however you want to express yourself. It's a safe space here. So likewise, how I want it, or how I think we should want it in a partner. You want someone that lets you live, not exist. Some people, before they even get married, or before they even have time to make choices for themselves, their partners have already made choices for them. Like, oh, I want you to stay in the house, I don't want you to work, or I want you to work, but I think you should do this kind of job so that we can get more money. These people don't necessarily allow you to even make your own choices. Oh yes, I'm the head, I'm the man, I'm the this, so you do this. This freedom that God gives you, it's not something that he has spoiled and he's like, oh, whatever you want, I will give you. It's something that you will still get what you want at the end of the day, but it's at the right time. You can see somebody praying for one thing over and over and over again, like, God, I want a car, I want a car, I want a car. But behind the scenes, God is not just making it in a way that, okay, you get your car. He's like thinking, okay, my baby wants a car, but this car now will need to fuel it, will need to maybe service it once in a while. We'll need to make sure that this person knows how to even drive the car and not get into an accident. The road that the person takes to work, the road is usually maybe scattered or something. So if you are going to get this baby a car, it has to be something that can sustain, that can do this, that can do that. Like, he's thinking all around the box, and he's taking his time. He gives you freedom, the good kind of freedom, and the freedom that is not spiteful as far. You want freedom, maybe I can't do can't do it. The person will still give you freedom to do what you want to do, but they are still watchful, like, okay, this person wants to stand certain, what's it going to take to just secure this thing and sustain it as well. Another attribute is just how hardworking God is. God did not just create me and dump me in the planet or on this earth without food, without water, without He first took his time. I feel like from the beginning, God already knew that, okay, I'm going to create human being that is in my image and likeness, because I'm bored, I need a friend. The angels are no longer doing it. Maybe that's not what it is, but that's the story I'm thinking in my head. The angels are no longer doing it for me. But this friend that I want now, the person is not just going to be there now. It's not about wanting the person. How do I keep this person? Like, how do I sustain this person? So he first went about, made sure to make the trees, make the river, the firmament, there's day and night, there's animals, there are fishes for you to be comfortable and everything. Then he now made man. You want a partner. Before you get that partner, you should prepare for that partner. That's just the end point of this whole thing. You don't just say, oh, I'm going to marry you, or I want this person, and then when the person comes, what next? Now I'm asking you now, what next? You want to keep me here? That will happen. You first have to prepare for this person. You don't even need to do too much, because at the end of the day, when you give the person certain things, the person will still go around to develop themselves. God did not just give humans things that are already, will I say, fully processed. He gave them things that, yes, they are fully processed, but they are still flexible. You can still add your own unique touch to it. Do you get what I mean? The person is just hardworking to the point that yes, there are things already made prepared even before you come, and even after you are there, the person is still walking around to make sure you're okay. Because with God, his one thing he's definitely going to do is check up on you and make sure that you are good. I'll go ahead and say that God is the most romantic person you can ever meet in this life. What's your love language? Acts of service. God does so much for us as human beings, so much for us, both the ones that we see and the one that we don't see. Words of affirmation. The voice of God is always calming, it's always reassuring, it's always liberating, it's always encouraging, and I just want that in a partner. The love is always sweet, it's always new every morning. That's just how God is. It's always new every morning. It's not the same as it was. Like, the experience is never the same as it was. It's always refreshing. You're always having new experiences and just happy and free, and the person is doing things that is just beneficial and making love sweet. The person knows how to add spice to the relationship. I feel like that's how God is with me. There's always something spicy going on that I'm like, you're taking this whole love thing to a new level. You're taking it to a new level. Somebody that will watch this video without context will be like, what's wrong with this girl? Let me calm down. It's just sweet. It's just spice. It's just spicy. And me, that's what I want though. I'm not settling for less at all. Because if my heavenly Father can give it to me, rest assured a human being can give it to me. Should we are made in the image and likeness of God, then my demand is not too high. Excuse me, Jerry. Another quality of God that I really, really admire in a partner is he is a safe space. With God you can cry, with God you can laugh, with God you can even gossip. But the good thing about him being a safe space is that he's not judgmental to you, and he's not even judgmental to those people that you gossip to him about. You can always confide in him, like even for the smallest things. I feel like sometimes people think it always has to be maybe when you are demanding something that you can come to God, or when you are righteous that you can come to God. But with God, even as a sinner, you can still approach him and be like, I'm sorry, but I need to tell you something. I know I've been a bad girl, but I need to tell you something. And he's going to hear you out, and there will be no judgment. That's the sweet thing about God. Like, he's just safe. He's not someone that you think too much before you approach him, because you're like, should I not? I mean, it's not a bad thing to want something like this in a partner. It's not a bad thing to want something like this in a partner. So yeah, it would be nice if future hobby is a safe space for you to cry, for you to laugh, for you to gossip, for you to chit chat, for you to tell your ambitions, your dreams. And the sweet thing about it is that after you say these things, he's going to start working. It's just the no judgment thing for me that makes him so approachable, because you know that there's no grudge where he's concerned. God is a leader. God knows how to make submission very, very easy. His leadership is not something that is, will I say, selfish. If we are about to go somewhere, or we are about to enter a journey, or I just say, this is a decision that I want to make, he will immediately, before I will even complete my sentence, he has already run to the ending of the place that I want to go to, check whether everything is safe, check whether everything is in place for me before I will now even reach there. And even as I'm about getting there, he will be taking me step by step. I saw that there is gutter here, or you should jump, or I saw that there is pothole here, or you should be careful. Do you get? His leadership is so sweet. It's so sweet. With him, it's just so easy to submit, because he treats you the way he treats me the way I ought to be treated. He pampers me so much. And yes, he will definitely boss me around and say, I don't think you should do this, or I don't think you should do that, or maybe make decisions for me, but the decisions are for my benefit in the long run. I don't want I don't want to be in front. I don't want to be the edge. Take it. So that's just it. That's just how God is. Last but not the least, this last trait is a soft landing for everything that I've talked about today, and that is how forgiving God is. See, before I even come and apologize, He has already settled with me. It's like this, yo, and it's so sweet, because sometimes I can be scared to come and apologize and be like, I should not go close to God because I've done this and that. I know He'll be angry, but I remember I'll be like, wait, oh, this man, he dey vex, but he dey quick forget as well. I will still go, I'll be like, I know you're angry with me, I'm sorry, and they'll be like, no problem, and things are good, and He will still make things to work out for your good. He will not sabotage me, and even before I apologize, He's already moved on to the next step of making my life a breeze. You can never shy away from this person, because this person is just never offended by anything you do. Everything you do is adorable to them. I prayed yesterday that I want to start something. Today I committed, but even this today that I committed, Abby, God is still saying, "This they have vexed me." But what was that thing that she said she wanted yesterday again? Sweet love. Thank you. That's all for today. I feel so happy and free just talking about this. At least now you know my type. What does God's attribute look like that when you see it in this partner, you're like, delicious? And yes, I know I'm coming from a female point of view, so if you're a guy watching this video, I want you to also drop your attributes in the comment section below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, because I thoroughly enjoyed shooting this video for you guys, and subscribe so that you can hear more of my chit chat. You see this brain, I'm always thinking about crazy things, and I can't wait to share them with you guys, because one thing I'm going to definitely do is stop your ears off, and I hope you guys are prepared for it. So yes, subscribe so that you can see more of your adorable dozy on your screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Be safe.